In this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful card, which could be a really strong men's card, kids card. There's a lot of different things you can do in here with this beautiful stripe across it, made with a brand new PCD291 layer collection double layer. And you have in here a beautiful double layer, which gives this sort of gift wrap section, but you also get the triple flower, which is a smaller triple flower, and the happy birthday sentiment. So an awful lot in this set, which can make you a beautiful card, again, in any colour. Here's a different version, the same card made in a slightly different colour. So let's see how this card was made. So to make this simple but beautiful triple layered card, we're going to use the brand new PCD291 double layer die. Now this has a beautiful sort of gift wrap double layer, which can be used in so many different ways. Have a look at the other couple of videos we've done for this die set. But you get this smaller version of the triple flower, which is just perfect. You can see here how you've got the three different colours, sort of almost tone on tone within the flower, really simply, and that's designed by that. And you've also got the little happy birthday sentiment, which obviously wasn't in the triple layer, and this has been designed so it will work perfectly with the triple layer together or separately, so the flowers can be mixed and matched together, and the sentiment can be used across any of your projects. So let's get started on the card we were looking at. So to start with, I need to cut the double layer. So I've got a piece here of the darkest red from our coordinations pack, and this is from the deep reds. And what I'm going to do is, I just want to, in fact, what I'm going to do to show you more sensibly is, I don't like waste. So this has been cut to a strip to 5 1/4. So if I make it into a square that's 5 1/4, just like that, then we can cut this from there and leave the aperture and use that for another project. So all I'm going to do is evenly tape down that die, and then we're going to run that through and cut that. So that's now been cut and has been cut perfectly to size. So we can take out our piece there. So there we've got our little sort of gift wrap triangle, which is absolutely perfect. And here we have our waste that you can use for another project. So I'm going to pop that to one side because I will use that for another card. And here I've got my piece. Now this has been designed to be exactly 5 by 5. So it's exactly 5 by 5 inches. So it's very simple to stick down to a 5 by 5 card blank. So all I'm going to do is, using my super tacky glue, Craft Artist glue, just put a few little blobs on there. You can use a spray glue, but it's not necessary. This isn't that delicate. You can again use your glue glaze, but it's not delicate, so it's not that necessary. And then it fits exactly. So it looks as if, and the square's been cut to 5 by 5. So it's as if you've gift wrapped a square. Perfect if you want to make a larger project, to make it look as if you sort of got wrapped presents or something, but great as a card blank. So, or background. Here I've got a card blank. I've just matted and layered this with a little bit more coconut white, cut at 5 1/4, and then added a little bit more of the red on at 5 3/8. So we'll just, there we go. Put a little bit of foam tape onto here. Nice and simple. And reveal our foam tape. I use a 10mm wide, 2mm deep foam tape for my cards. So there we go. And I'm putting this at the top. So it's a top fold card. So now I need to make my flowers. I've actually already got the pieces cut, but I wanted to show you again how beautifully these cut and how these are put together. So here I've got a scrap of red, and of course this scrap of red is the piece from the bottom of the piece that we cut the piece out of. I'm going to cut this nice and centrally so that again we can use that for another card or project. So we'll just run that through again our die cutting machine. So that's been run through and die cut. So let's just drop our pieces out. So again, you've got the perfect piece to use as a waste piece for a different project, or to put a beautiful piece of sort of pattern paper will go behind that. And you'll get 3 flowers out, one with a fine border, one with a medium border, and one that's solid. And all we do is you want to cut the die 3 times in 3 different colours, or at least 2 different colours, and contrast them. 3 colours is the best way to deal with this. So I'm going to put them together just so you can see here. So I've cut these in 3 of the reds from the deep reds pack. So you can see they were getting to this beautiful blush pink colour. There we go. So we put those together really quite simply like that. I'm going to use a little bit of glue glaze to put these together. And so I'm going to take the outer rim, and all I do is put glue glaze carefully onto the back. Doesn't have to be everywhere. And then I go tone onto tone, just like that. And then I would take the next colour, which will be this lightest shade here. So we turn that onto its back. And again, just touch the wand of the glue glaze onto the back. And that goes onto the top. And it fits exactly, very easy to put together. And you can see there, we get that perfect 3 colour look, all 3 colours. And I'm just going to twist each petal gently in my hand, just like that. So we would put those all together, so exactly the same way. I'm going to take those away because I've already done my flowers. So here I have, from cutting it 3 times, 3 flowers that all match, tonally correct, but each one is slightly different. So all I want to do now is to use the sentiment strip, or the sentiment die. So again, little scrap of white, run that through and cut that. I've actually already cut this in white and in the red, so the same red, so that it matches together. So again, I'm simply going to use glue glaze to adhere this to my card. So I'm going with the, let's take one that's a little bit more full. So I'm sticking down the colour first. And you could do this 3 times and have 3 colours, but it works better just to give you that little bit of contrast. So I'm going here, there, happy birthday, turning the white over and doing exactly the same on the white, as I want everything to sort of match in. So just using the glue glaze wand, and then I'm going to gently offset carefully, there we go, my sentiment. So I've got that 3D happy birthday working, and then just going to take a little bit of our 3D glue gel in a syringe to add my flowers on. There we go. Let's get that a little bit out. It's got a little bit tough. So 1. I found the 3D glue gel is the best way to adhere your flowers because they stick them down straight away. 2 and 3. There we go. And when you're using the syringe, make sure you do pipe out a little large bit to be able to pull out next time. And there we have it. A beautiful, simple. I think this is a very masculine card. You can make this very feminine, but very masculine. And here's a different version made using the Spring Greens pack. So you can make this in lots and lots of different colours, and it look different every single time. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the John Next Door official page on Facebook.